Do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The big fella. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Throwing again is Watson. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Watson. Slant to Adams. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Browns nothing.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
It's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Running on first down, Eckler. They find some open field here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
119 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. It's Eckler again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Throwing. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
And now Watson throws another interception. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Tony Field from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches. When they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Third and long for Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop up for you this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
On first down, Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Prescott off play action.
This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down throw for Prescott. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
On play action, Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught by Martin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a two-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson is going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Watson now to throw. And now here's another interception.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Eckler now between the tackles. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. This is the tight end, Njoku. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Watson's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Adams, the man in motion left. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. From the red zone now, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott. Under Pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. And this is caught by Watkins. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a give running left is Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Olave. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
The slot man in motion right. first down. Prescott. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Prescott. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Titans are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Going for the deep ball. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards. Watson off play action. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Brock Wright,
a 9-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A handoff. It's Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got a man, complete. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Browns' 22-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
The Titans are AFC champions. Thanks for watching, everybody, and good night.